What's up, people? It's your man Herbal Lover coming from your mama's basement, reporting live and direct. I know y'all watched that game last night. Beautiful game, if you might say so myself. Very beautiful game. Finally get to see the Lakers play some freaking defense. At the first quarter, they were kind of struggling offensive wise, but well, really not really offensive wise. More like Portland was like basically getting a lot of backdoor cuts, a lot of screens and stuff like that. Pick and rolls. They were running pretty good, and then the Lakers turned on all cylinders. I just want to say one thing. Well, not really one thing, but since we picked up Tyson Chandler, we what 4-0 with Tyson Chandler, if I'm not mistaken. And he compliments JaVale McGee, and it basically limits Lew Walton from running that small ball playbook. Because at the end of the day, like I said before, we don't have nobody to play the center spot. So now that we have Tyson Chandler, and he's putting KCP, Lance Stevenson, Rondo, and Josh Hart around Tyson Chandler, which is cool. I can get with that, because we still got a presence in the middle, so that makes much more sense. Now he finally let Lonzo Ball play a whole third quarter. Now I was going to talk about something that he spoke on to I think his name Harrison Fagan. And he posted it on Twitter about Lew Walton with Lonzo minutes. And he said that he always going to put in the hot hands. Where we see hot, that's who he's going to usually go with. And I have to disagree with that. I know the reason why I'm disagreeing with that, because for us Laker fans who've been watching Lew Walton for the past 3 years, we know how Lew Walton get down. The hot hand can be a hot hand, but he's always going to be humble to bring in another individual to make sure that person get playing time, regardless of the person hot or not. So basically he's more like, he's shooting himself in the foot for saying that, whoever's the hot hand, and with that alone, you can see there's games where Lonzo play pretty good, and he still get less minutes. And I'm not taking nothing away from Rondo. I like Rajon, but at the end of the day, like this game right here, he played 3 quarters. I think Rondo is actually injured now. He's out for 2 weeks. I think he fractured his hand, I think he fractured his hand. Not too sure. So you'll get to see more of Lonzo. And I don't know, he might, knowing Lew Walton, he's gonna work somebody on that bench into that backup 5. I already know that it's gonna happen. He's not gonna go with just 4 players. He gotta stick with that hockey squad. And that's my only problem with Lew Walton, is that he's still stubborn when it comes to his rotations. He's stubborn. If it wasn't for Tyson Chandler, and I know LeBron James probably had something to do with Tyson Chandler coming there. If it wasn't for Tyson Chandler being there, we'd be still seeing that small ball offense. that small ball playbook. And we probably be still getting beat. So by us picking up Tyson Chandler has really kind of masked Lew Walton's playbook, his play style. What I mean by that, if you look at the defense, we still getting up a lot of open shots on the perimeter. Portland just wasn't hitting their shots. Damian Lillard and McCollum, they just weren't hitting them. They were both, one was like 8 for 23 and the other was like 9 for something. They took a lot of shots. And anybody that can take 20 shots and make 8 of them, if you consider that a star, I'm not taking them away from Damian Lillard and Wichcombe, but that's a lot of damn shots. And I think both of them only shot 38, 39% or something like that, probably 40 if that. They looked bad. And Damian Lillard, most of his points came from the free throw line. As a matter of fact, he was 8 for 23, and I think McCollum was probably let me look at the stats real quick, so I won't be sitting here saying something. And McCollum was 9 for 20. So both of them took a lot of shots. They just weren't hitting their shots. Both of them, one was Damian Lillard was 3 for 9, and McCollum was 3 for 8. And like I said, they just weren't hitting their shots. Because in the last game, they were actually knocking down their shots. This game, they didn't hit their shots. But they still played pretty good, but the Lakers just played much better. We finally get to see vintage, Vetro, LeBron James. And this is why I said in my last video, when they were playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Was it Atlanta Hawks? No, not Atlanta Hawks. Was it Atlanta Hawks? Yeah, Atlanta Hawks. When they were playing against the Atlanta Hawks, and they was up by not Atlanta Hawks. Who was the team that just got finished playing? God dang it. The last team they played, they beat them pretty good. And I said that, they should have took LeBron James out to give him, to let him recuperate, to, conserve his energy. And the reason why I say that is because, remember, he's 34 years old. We're not going to see this LeBron day in and day out. What you got from this right here, this is the old LeBron. You're not going to see that. Remember, he's 34. And the beautiful thing about that is, I told you I live in an area where there's fire trucks, ambulance, people getting shot, people jumping off the roof, all types of crazy stuff. So please forgive me if you hear noise of cats and dogs making out, all type of crazy stuff, But anyway, you got to see vintage LeBron James. And this is LeBron James that I was expecting to see. Not every game, but at least show us glimpses of what you can do. That's why I always come at LeBron James, because I was one of the biggest advocates. If you follow my channel, I was one of the biggest advocates that say out of all the free agents, I'd rather have LeBron James, because I think LeBron James will bring the best out of young players. And I still stick to it. That's why I'm always hard on LeBron. Do not think 1 second in your mind that I'm a LeBron James hater. I do not hate no player. I respect the player, and I respect the player's game. At the end of the day, whether he was a Laker or not, I respect his game. Off the court and on the court. And I always said it over and over again, and I'll repeat it for those who just have ears filled with glue. You know what I'm saying? Not wax, but glue. That I always cater to LeBron James, because I like him as a mentor when it comes to the young players on the Lakers team. And by us having a couple games off, you got to really see LeBron James, arrested LeBron James, actually playing defense. And I got to take my hats off to him. He played defense. He had 3 blocks. He really got up and going. And that's why I say at the end of the day that when we're beating teams by like 15, 18 points, whatever it may be, with 4 minutes left, we got to start resting LeBron. Because we cannot always rely on LeBron James to carry this team. We have young players that can do the same. But we cannot have our players just sitting there waiting to see what LeBron James is going to do. We got to get back to that, that mentality of that, you know what? I'm going to help LeBron James. Let me do what I can do. And that's what we need, because games like this, like when you get LeBron James, when you get arrested LeBron James, you might see games like this where he come to play. And it makes sense because remember Portland, gave us a dagger. So it only makes sense for us to come back and beat them hard. JaVale McGee, once again, played pretty good. But me personally, I gotta say something about JaVale McGee. I know a lot of y'all might get upset, but I gotta be real. I need to see more rebounds. 4 rebounds just ain't enough, young brother. I know that a lot of people shoot threes, and a lot of rebounds go flying back into like where the guards are at and all that. I understand that, but we need to see more rebounds from him. He's given us a couple games. He's given us rebounds almost like Brook Lopez. Only good thing is that JaVale McGee played better defense than Brook Lopez. So even though we're not getting the rebounds from him, but we're getting the defense, which I personally say, okay, I can live with that. You know what I mean? He's blocking shots. He's everywhere. But, like I said, we got to get more rebounds from him. At least 7. If we get 7, I'm good with that. Kuzma didn't really do too much. He didn't have a really bad, I ain't gonna say he had a bad shooting night. He was 3 for 8. Not really bad shooting night, but, when you got other players that's on fire, that's doing something, then, you might not get that playing time. But LeBron James was just cooking on all cylinders. The guy came out, he was 13 for 9. Matter of fact, I think he had, 11 straight free throws, I think, at one point in time. If I'm not mistaken, 11 straight or something, 11, 12 straight. So sometimes, and see, this is why I'll be trying to tell fans, it's okay to use constructive criticism on your player. You got to do it, because why? Social media is a big thing right now. If we just sit back and be quiet, these players are not going to do anything, if we just sit back and be quiet. So we got to let our voices be heard. You got to let your team, organization know how you feel. You got to speak on these things, because when you speak on it, they look on social media and say, wow, I'm being talked about. I'm not hitting free throws. The Lakers put the ball in my hand on many occasions. I got to take full responsibility of it. And what LeBron James do? This game, he took full responsibility of everything. He played defense. He moved the ball pretty good. He looked it good. I'm just going to say that. Listen, at the end of the day, he looked good. He was a +4 finally. And I'm not saying that he doesn't get it, but it's finally he looked it good on the floor for the first time in this is LeBron James probably his best game as a Laker to me, because he's playing everything, not just offense but defense, moving his feet, getting in front of players, making them uncomfortable, chasing them off the perimeter. But then after, there were certain times, and I'm not just saying LeBron James, but there were certain times as a team we still allowed the Portland Trail Blazers to get a lot of open shots on the perimeter. The perimeter has always been the biggest problem with the Lakers, and the reason why I say that, because they keep running down there to the paint to help the likes of Tyson Chandler and JaVale McGee out, where you don't need to. You don't need to help them out. You don't need a double team. You need to play the perimeter and chase these guys off the perimeter. Tyson Chandler and JaVale McGee can hold their own, because now with JaVale McGee, if he get in foul trouble, you can bring Tyson Chandler in to back him up. You don't have to go down there and help them guys every single time. That perimeter, because right now this is a league of players who love to shoot the 3 ball. So you got to guard the perimeter much better, be a little bit more physical, bump them guys a little bit, chase them off the perimeter so they can have uncomfortable shots to make it to a point where they're not hitting their shots. But this game right here, they played pretty good, but they still gave up a lot of perimeter shots. We got to take away that. At the end of the day, like I said, Portland just wasn't hitting their shots, but they still played pretty good D. but the Lakers did. Brandon Ingram, yeah, had a pretty good game. 6 for 15 is still not good. I mean, it's okay. You know what I mean? He took 15 shots, 17 points. I can't knock it. He looked at okay. He had 4 assists. I would like to see more Brandon Ingram backing guys up because you got McCullough on you. McCullough only like 6'3", 6'4". You 6'9". You ain't got to do that the Kevin Durant play where you just take him to the key and turn around and do that fadeaway jumper. Back them little guys up, man, and get a better percentage at the rim. If the double team come over, that means that one of your teammates are wide open for an easy layup or a shot. Start paying attention, looking around at what you're seeing develop among you because they're going to have to bring help over. If you're killing this guy, they're going to have to bring help. And it opened up a whole lot of opportunity for y'all to score much easier. Lonzo Ball had a good game. Even though he was 4 for 11, he was 3 for 5 behind the arc. Looked good to a degree. Defensive-wise, always going to be there to me. I think he's a pretty good defensive player. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Still got to get used to playing the off ball because at the end of the day, that's what they're going to be doing for the next 3 to 4 years as long as LeBron James is there. So he got to get more comfortable with the off ball, playing off ball. But still, like I said, they still looked good. LeBron ended up with 44 points, 10 rebounds. They tried hard to get him the assist to be a triple-double. He had 3 blocks, a couple contested blocks, which I like. Not chasing down behind the back block, actually going up, contesting these guys because I know he can do it. That's why I always get on him because he's 6'8", 240, 245, something like that. And I know he can play with the best of them when it comes to defense. These little guys coming in just basically owning the paint. No, let them know that you there. So then you got JaVale, you got LeBron, and you got Tyson Chandler letting these guys know you're not going to come in and do whatever you want on our court. Screw that bull crap. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Chandler, 21 minutes, he had 6 rebounds. That's why I say that JaVale McGee should be able to give you like 6 or 7 rebounds as well. So anyway, Tyson Chandler, the Stonewall come in, play, as it is, when he comes in there, it makes the offense on the opposite team much more honest. They're not going to come in the paint doing what they want when you got 2 big freaking Transformers coming in there. Optimus Prime, and then you got freaking Row House or whoever coming in behind them. You know what I'm saying? So it looks good when you got 2 guys coming in, complimenting each other. It makes the other teams play more out of the pocket, where they're actually shooting more jumpers than coming into the paint, unless they get pick and rolls and breakdowns, backdoor cuts. That's the only way they're going to get it. That's the only way they're going to really get easier layups. Let's be honest with you. Lance Stevenson, didn't really have a good game. Just Lance, he didn't have a good game. Defensive-wise, all right, but Caldwell Pope, now I know we've been beating on Caldwell Pope for a while. This Caldwell Pope right here looked it good. 4 for 8, he was 3 for 4 behind the arc. Hoping that he gets more comfortable in knocking down his shots. That's what I like to see from Caldwell Pope. I like to see the Caldwell Pope being much more aggressive, not overthinking himself with just going out there and just playing. That's what you need to do, Caldwell. Seriously, because you're going to be in that rotation with that hockey group anyway. So you got to utilize it because right now, to be honest with you, you are a much better shooter than Lance Stevenson and Rondo. Let's be real. Regardless of Caldwell Pope struggled at the beginning of the season, and we know that at this point in time, before this game right here, we looked at Caldwell Pope as the odd man out, as in bad shot selection, just bad overall player. Now, still got to work on that man-to-man defense. The defense that used to play at Detroit, still got to bring that to the table with the Lakers. Can't let anybody blow past you. But at the end of the day, we'll take it a little bit by a little bit, and hopefully we'll see the Caldwell Pope that we signed a year ago. Well, not really a year ago, but the Caldwell Pope from the Detroit Pistons. So we'll see what happens. But Caldwell Pope, hats off to you, brother. You played pretty good. I gotta reward you I gotta give y'all respect where respect is due. You and LeBron James, because y'all finally came out and played hard, because you are LeBron James, dude. So it's good to see you being complimented. Josh Hart, not a good game. Defensive wise, good game. He had 1 strong block. I love it. He got up and blocked somebody that's like 12 feet tall. You know what I mean? So I always like Josh Hart. I call him a utility man because that was Larry Nance's name, but he's no longer with the Lakers, so Josh Hart has that. So I like what they're doing. And at the end of the day, I like LeBron James. Right now, it's so exciting to see that they came out playing. They came out playing, and that's what I want to see from the Lakers. Right now, we're 8-6, 2 games above 500. You got to be excited. I'm excited. And, and like I told guys, everybody keep thinking that I'm beating up on LeBron James or I'm beating up the player or the Lakers. No, I'm not beating up on them. I'm using constructive criticism. There's no such thing as me being a hater when I love the Lakers and I was the one that vouched for LeBron James. I'm going to keep saying it for those that's in the back room that don't hear me because their ears are tied up by little rats that's running around in the basement. But anyway, like I said before, I'm one of the biggest guys as an advocate that vouched for LeBron James coming here to be a mentor to the young players. So that's why I'm hard on LeBron, because a lot of fans, LeBron haters, you know what I mean, or the media, the biased media, depending on how they want to go or twist it, are going to come at LeBron. So I'm going to make sure I be hard on him because why? I know what LeBron James can do. I know a lot of people say, well, he can conserve his energy for the playoff, this and that. This is the West. You cannot do that in the West. I keep telling people over and over again, this is not the East. This is the West. Every team you play every night is going to be a challenge. I don't give a hell who it is. It could be the Suns. It's going to be a challenge. And that's why every time an opportunity where the Lakers are beating the team, it's very important that we take advantage of the blowouts to rest some of our veterans and let the young guys run. That way LeBron James can watch from the bench to see what we have and say, okay, I can know what we can do now. Because remember, when Cleveland, he didn't get the rest. Here, he can rest because these young players can really ball. You know, and that's what I'm trying to tell a lot of fans that's coming over with LeBron. They can ball. But anyway, I'm going to go to the stats and I'm going to get on out of here because I know I got to go pick up some hot dogs. No, I'm just joking with you guys. I'll get to the stats real quick and hurry up because it's already 15 minutes into the thing. All right, so field goals made. We shot 47%. We shot good. 44 for 83. They were 41 for 93. They shot 44. We shot 47. 3-point percentage. They were 14 for 33 for 42, which wasn't bad. Besides the backcourt duo of McCullough and Lillard, they didn't really shoot as well. And that was their biggest Achilles heel, to be honest with you. The Lakers, we shot 15 for 32 at 46.9%. We're right now in the middle of pack in 3-point percentage, which is good. We're not at the bottom, guys. We're in the middle. And the Lakers are starting to get more and more comfortable in shooting their threes, which is also is beautiful as well. Because once these guys start knocking down their shots, defense are going to have to play the Lakers. They're not just going to look at the Lakers as attack the paint type players. You have to guard that perimeter as well. Because you got JaVale McGee playing it inside him and LeBron James. And, Brandon Ingram, so it makes it pretty good. Kuzma as well, if you think about it, but it makes it much more honest when it comes to the defenses playing us, which I like. Free throws, we was 88.5%. They were 91%. We were 23 for 26. We only missed 3. They were 21 for 23. They only missed 2. So free throws was pretty good for both teams. We actually came out. LeBron James. See, this is what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying over and over again. LeBron James, when he attacks the basket, I don't care if he do all the flopping in the world. He can flop all day. James Harden do it all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul do it all goddamn on day. You know, there's a lot of guys, some of them European players who brought the flopping over here. They was doing it. The Spurs started the flopping. So I don't give a heck about him flopping. He's 200. Listen like this. Every time LeBron James goes to the paint, best believe 98% of the time he will be fouled. But because he's so big, the refs do not call it, which I think is unfair. That's why I say when LeBron James go to when he attack the basket, hey man, if you want to fall on the ground and flip out and all that, by all means, do what you got to do, big brother, because at the end of the day, these refs need to call those fouls. So when the Lakers, when they call these fouls, it gives LeBron James much more confidence to go to the free throw, to knock these shots down. Because I don't care what nobody say. Even though he said, Stephen Smith said he shoots 73% from the free throw line, he was 11 for 12, 11 for 13, something like that. I think he 11 straight. He can knock down them shots if he wants to, but he has to build that confidence within LeBron James. LeBron James is his own worst enemy. Nobody can stop LeBron James but LeBron James. I'm just being honest with you guys. So take it as it is, but I like the idea they were going through the free throw line and attacking the basket, to draw these fouls. That's, you winning that way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, offensive rebound was the same. Both of us had 11. Rebound was almost about the same. They had 52 to 54. We edged them by 1 rebound. Oh, wait a minute. How the heck is this? Is crazy. How the heck? I'm confused here. Yeah, I'm confused here. Total rebounds 52. Defensive rebounds, I'm gonna leave that alone, man, because somebody didn't add up right. Because right now I'm looking at on ESPN thing, right? The defensive rebounds for us is 37, offensively 11. So if you add that together, that's only 48, but they got 54. In Portland, they got 52, and Portland only had 11 offensive rebounds and 36 defensive rebounds, which is only 47. I'm confused. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to let that go. Hustle man points. We had 25 assists to their 24. We had 11 steals to their 8. They had 10 blocks to our 6. The first quarter, man, Portland was blocking a whole lot of shots, man, but we were showing it. So when you show the ball like that, that's easy blocks. We only had 13 turnovers to their 15, so it was pretty good. It's just that Portland wasn't in their shots. And that's because we were much more aggressive, but there was opportunities where we actually started lacking, where we started letting Portland take the shot, and we didn't even go out there, fly out there, run out there to even contest the shot. We just sit there watching them take the 3-pointers. It's just that their shots weren't falling. So, but we still played pretty good. We had 26 fast break points. They had 17. Points in the paint, we had freaking 50 to their 44. So we were pretty good, man. Right now, I'm happy. Like I said, we're 8-6. We're looking good. And like I said, each game that we play is a challenge. We got to come out playing hard every freaking game. And that's why I say that we must take advantage of the blowout games where LeBron James and some of the other vets can actually, take time out to get some rest. And because you never know when you might get those back-to-back games where LeBron James is just tired. Like I say, he's 34 years old. You can't expect him to play those games like that in and out. But anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe. It's already 20 minutes. God, this game, this thing is long. Look, like, share, subscribe. Y'all guys get in the comments and tell me what you think. I love you guys. Be blessed out there. Be safe out there. And for those that live in Baltimore, man, please be careful on the roads. Y'all take care. And also for those that's in California, my prayers and my condolences go out for you guys. And also for the animals out there as well, which nobody paid too much attention to with Bambi and all them. But at the end of the day, my prayers go out for anybody that's in LA, in California, that had to deal with the fire, that had lost loved ones, and for those that had to go live somewhere else and stay somewhere else for the time being. My prayers go out to you guys as well. But at the end of the day, I still love you guys. I hope and pray that y'all continue to do what's right. Y'all take care. I'm out.